Teresa works with a group called ReMerge in Oklahoma City, and this is going to be one of our nonprofit partners in the Do Good series. And so the Do Goods campaign is a 4-week campaign. 2 Sundays of it, the 1st and the 8th, are going to be centered on a way of giving. So we'll receive an offering those 2 Sundays. And so there will be an opportunity for you to give. And 100% of what we take at Coffee Creek on those 2 Sundays will be split among 2 charities. This is the first charity. It's called ReMerge in Oklahoma City. And I had a chance to go down Thursday and visit, and it is awesome. It was amazing. The work they're doing. I'm going to let you do most of the talking, but it just was really cool. It's a diversion program, and if you don't know what that means, because it was pretty new to me, it's helping moms that would be headed to prison not go to prison and get a career and be able to be back with their kids. And it's reuniting families. It's amazing. There were so many women at this thing that are in the program. It was just awesome. So tell us more about ReMerge and tell us about how this works.
Sure. Well, thanks for having us and thanks for thinking of us. ReMerge is, like Pastor Clark said, it's a prison diversion program. So it's actually a pretrial diversion program. You only qualify for the program, though, if you meet certain criteria, one of them being that you are pretty well going to be convicted. On average, our moms are facing anywhere from 7 years in prison on up to, we have some that are in the 20 plus years, is what they would be doing otherwise. And really the purpose is not only to, equip mom with the skills that she needs to, function and thrive in society, but the real driving motivator for us is to keep her babies out of the system. All of the research shows that, once a child enters into the system, whether it's through, a foster situation or like Miss Oklahoma was talking about, the circumstances of her childhood, once you kind of get in that mix, it's really, really hard to escape that. And we've seen that if we can start breaking those generational curses, if we can reunite babies with their mothers and we can put them in a safe and affordable home and we can provide them with not only a job, I was explaining this to Pastor Clark the other day, you don't graduate ReMerge with a job because you're employed. You graduate ReMerge with a career that, one, you love and that you chose, and two, that is you're going to be making the income that your family needs to be able to sustain housing and food and school and prepare for the future and all of the things that, your future becomes a lot brighter at that point. So, we do. It's so hard to even say. The program is so comprehensive. We help them with literally everything. Most of our moms come to us directly from the Oklahoma County Jail. Most of them have the clothes they were arrested in, and that's about it. And so they come to us, and we immediately just assess what those immediate needs are. Many of them need to go to a doctor right away. Several of them are pregnant or have just recently given birth. Many of them have children that are either in foster care, have been placed with other families or guardianships, really just trying to figure out, what do you need right now? Most of them don't have an ID or any sort of driver's license or anything. And so we sort those things out first, and our phase 1 moms live in a residential treatment facility. So they're going through the ReMerge program as well as in treatment for substance abuse. 99% of our mothers end up with us because there's some sort of substance abuse going on there. We start identifying what traumas has she been through. What are the root causes for getting to this position? And we try to work with her on all of those things. ReMerge is minimum a 2-year program. It takes many of our moms 3 or 4 years to accomplish all the things that they need with the support that we offer them to feel like they are ready to fully reunify with their children, to fully live on their own, to fully support themselves. But they learn to rely on that support from ReMerge. And one of the other really cool things about ReMerge is that our services are available to our graduates as long as we're around. So we have graduates, people, moms that graduated in 2015, 2018, they'll come by and still may need our services for something. They might need help finding a better job or looking at a different home to live in or prepare for one of their kids to go to college or, what kind of support can we offer them as grads? And we always have a place for them once they've gone through our program. So it's amazing.
And the one thing I was really impressed with too is the GED room, that they help them get their GED, and they have people that come in and do that and lead them through that whole process, because that's one of the big barriers they have to the job market is not having finished high school. So
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Really cool.
I would say, don't quote me on the percentage, but it's probably nearing 80%, if not over 80% of our moms are not high school graduates when they come to us. So one of the very first goals that they have once they're, physically stable and able to, is to begin working on their GED. And so we have an instructor who comes in Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We've got private tutors who work with our moms on if there's a certain subject that they're struggling with or just to help prepare them. We do have specialists come in. Many of our moms have, undiagnosed learning disabilities, things that were just never picked up on as children, or many of our mothers never finished elementary school. So even if somebody had picked up on that disability, they weren't in a position to be treated for it. So, we do everything that we can to help them achieve that. In fact, everyone who graduates ReMerge graduates with at least a GED, so that is a part of our curriculum. Many of our moms go on to do college courses. All of our mothers do ultimately end up on a career path. So there is some, additional accreditation and certifications that are available to them depending on which career path they might choose to go down. But yeah, that GED, and that's really when we kind of start to see the change. Like they pass that first test and everybody freaks out and it's this whole big, oh my gosh. And then they start thinking whoa, maybe I can do this thing that I never thought I could do, or that people always told me I couldn't do or I wasn't worthy of. Maybe I can. It's just really, really awesome.
Yeah, Teresa invited me to come to this kind of celebration they do on Thursdays. And I'm thinking I better dress up. This is going to be very formal, and they're going to be handing diplomas, and it's going to be, and it's like a party. They're like she said, they're celebrating with each other. So-and-so got a job. Oh my goodness, how good is that? So-and-so's been sober this long, and so-and-so, and it was just just stories all over. It was so awesome, and very, it was really cool. It was really cool. So, again, it's called ReMerge. It's kind of down near the fairgrounds area is where, so it's in Oklahoma City, in the heart of Oklahoma City. It's serving Oklahoma County right now, and they have plans for future expansion, but, just what a great service it is to the families, reuniting families, working on that to try to build that back in. And so we're going to support it through that offering that comes up October 1st. And so if you want to be thinking about that, 100% of the offering we're going to give away. We're not going to keep any of it at all. It's going to all go out our doors to these two organizations. I'll be introducing the other organization in a couple weeks. But I wanted to let you know about ReMerge. Thank Teresa for coming to share with us. Everybody give her a round of applause. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.